Bella, welcome back to the channel. It's a new season. I can't believe that the last time you were on the channel was about a month after you had just won North Melbourne's, well, you not specifically, but you're part of the team that took home our first ever AFLW premiership. Welcome back to Kanga TV.
Thank you so much for having me, Marty. It's good to be back. We're back. Yeah, I can't believe that was ages ago now that we did that. It feels like yesterday, but also such a long time ago. But now, like round one's next week, so it's absolutely crazy.
So excited to be back. Before we talk all things footy and the upcoming season, how was your off season? What did you get up to? I know you were traveling the world basically. Give me a little bit of a lowdown on what you got up to.
Yeah, super fun. Good balance, I think, of some holidays and also spending some time here. So I did a bit of America and went to Canada. It was super cold, but with my family, so it was really nice to have some family time with them. And then I came back and did a little trip to Queenstown with some of the girls from the team, and that was really fun. That was so enjoyable. And then lockdown here and got back into training with the girls, unofficially running laps and getting ourselves ready for preseason. Saw you running along the beach there a few times. So, no, it was all good fun.
Just to clarify, Bella was doing the running and I was doing the walking and the talking with girlfriends. I can't take the credit for you. You're definitely the runner between the two of us, that's for sure. Um, Another season is upon us, and we've pretty much set ourselves the near impossible task. We were just talking about it before we started recording. An almost perfect, well, it was a perfect season last season. No losses, one draw in the mix there. How have you been feeling? You've obviously started doing a little bit of training now with the girls, and we're, on the brink of the season starting. How are you feeling? It was probably a preseason, I assume, like no other before.
Yeah, I think the group's just feeling really excited. You've hit that time of preseason now where round one's right around the corner, so everyone's just super excited, just getting really jumpy, want it to start. But it's been a really good preseason from the girls. I think, yeah, all the experiences that we've had now, losing the granny 1-1, just setting us up really well for preseason and knowing how we're meant to train and what's required and the mindset we should have. And I think the coaches, as always, have done a really good job of setting us up. I think it was like, yeah, I reckon it was the first day of preseason. Croc gets up and he starts telling one of his stories as he does, and he's basically telling us how sick he is of everyone asking him about the flag because that was 6 months ago now. So let's forget about that. Obviously, it was a great night, but we've got work to do now essentially. So that really set the tone for preseason. But yeah, I think it's obviously nice to look back on what we did last year. As you said, going undefeated is pretty rare, and this year, who knows what will happen. But I think, yeah, we're probably bound to maybe have a loss, and it's not going to be the end of the world when that happens. But we'll give it our best crack, maybe to see if we can do it again. But it's pretty hard what we did, but we set ourselves up well.
How do you, and I know just speaking of what Croc said before, but how do you actually stay motivated and go motivated into a new season, knowing that you had the heartbreak a couple of seasons ago, the loss in the grand final, come back, you've climbed the mountain, you've reached the top of the mountain in incredible fashion. How do you now put that to one side and refocus ahead of the new season?
Yeah, I think it's actually probably a bit easier than I reckon what people think it is. I feel like there's a lot of talk in the media about how hard it is, just you celebrate and then it's like you've done it, so what's next? But I think the group's been really focused. No team in AFLW has gone back to back. I know, we don't speak about winning and flags too much like that we haven't done yet, but it has come up a couple of times that, no team's done that. So, we can have a piece of AFLW history there. So probably one of the bigger motivators. Knowing we're going to be the hunted now as well, team's going to be trying to catch us definitely motivates you. Obviously, know we're in this kind of window and want to capitalize that as much as possible. And it just comes back to doing the work. I think that's where we find the motivation from. When we talk about the night, that feeling we all felt when the siren went and how awesome that was and everything that happened afterwards. A few of us have talked about it and said, the only way to feel that again is, well, we've got to do it again. That's the only
Yeah.
way to replicate it. So I think that
Yeah.
as well is a real big driver for everyone.
You've had a few changes to personnel in the off season as well. We've had some depart the club, some new girls come in. How have those changes impacted the dynamic of the group?
Yeah, I mean, obviously every year it's hard. You lose some players, and we lost some really quality people. That was sad to see go, but it was great for them to, find some opportunities elsewhere as well. But we got in some absolutely incredible people in. They've slotted in like no worries. You would have thought that they've been here the whole time. Honestly, all of them, not just, good at footy and what they bring in that sense, but just really good people, get along with the group. And for us, that culture piece is so important. So and they've been doing a really great job on track. We've obviously got Sheeran from Tigers, who's got two All-Australians and yeah, we've seen what she's on the track. She's an absolute beast. I think fans will be really excited watching her play. And we also picked up, yeah, another Irish, Amy, who's doing really well down there in the forward line. We've got Claire Mahoney in the back line, who's training really well. I think as well, she's one that will excite the crowd. She absolutely flies for aerial contests and often reels them in. So, and I think as well, we got Tessa Boyd as a late kind of in. And yeah, I think that was a really, really great pickup from us. She's been a star in the VFLW and hopefully we see them all feature at some point, but yeah, they're slotted in seamlessly.
It's it's interesting. I think you mentioned about, you know, the hunt we were hunting, now we've become the hunted, and it's how do you get better? And then you've got these incredible players that have come into the side as well. We've also had a change of leadership at the top. Emma Carney obviously was our inaugural captain, and she's been the most phenomenal leader on field and I think off field as well across our men's program too. We've now got a changing of the guard. Jazzy Garner steps in as our next captain. How have you guys felt? I mean, obviously, Jazz is an incredible leader, and Carnes has been an incredible leader for everyone over the past few seasons as well. How has the change been from a leadership perspective?
Yeah, again, been pretty seamless and yeah, everyone knows Khan's like what a legend she is, how great her leadership is on field, off field, as you mentioned. It's a pretty high bar for Jazzy to fill, but if there's someone who could probably reach it, it's Jazzy Garner. And they both go about their leadership in their own way, no better than the other, just different people, different styles. So probably a bit refreshing. Khan's is still around, it's not like she's gone anywhere. She's still there bringing, and that's the beauty of it. She's not captain anymore, but she'll bring exactly the same energy, voice, everything that she did while she was captain, just without the official title. So I think that's awesome. And for Jazzy, obviously, it's probably a great segue, really. Unfortunately, obviously, for Carney being injured last year, not great for her, but that actually allowed Jazzy to be the captain for pretty much three-quarters of the season. So she had
Yeah.
that full experience. Us as players had that full experience of having Jazzy as our captain. So obviously we liked it because come voting time, we all voted her back in. So really excited for Jam and we know what a superstar she is. But I really think, yeah, I'm really proud of her to be honest. She's really grown her leadership and her voice and impact on the group in that sense really well, particularly over the last year or two. It's probably something a bit difficult for her. She's naturally a bit quieter, but she's really taken that on and she's so impactful when she speaks to the group. So we're all super excited for her and know that she'll just, yeah, be, you know what you're going to get from her every single week.
Absolutely a star on and off the field. And I'm sure that it's not going to be too dissimilar in terms of inspiration and motivation coming from the top, which is so exciting. Coming back to you personally in your own game, you've been in the system now, what, this is your fifth season now?
Yeah, I think so.
Your fifth season?
Yeah.
And you've obviously just come on and developed so beautifully as an individual player as well. What are your personal sort of benchmarks, and things you hope to achieve for yourself in your own performance this season?
Yeah, probably like always looking to improve and have more impact on games where you can. I feel, as you said, that I've developed really well and taken improvements every single year. And this year, obviously, would look to do the same thing, but probably doesn't change in the mindset of just, playing that small forward role. Everyone knows can be quite a difficult one. So just wanting to turn up each and every game day, play that role, play it well. And yeah, hopefully this year, probably looking to just keep it a bit more consistent, which can be really hard, but keeping it more consistent, that impact, and then trying to add other little elements to my game that I possibly don't have quite as strong as some of my strengths. So yeah, just always looking to improve, but hopefully just keep turning up, playing my role, doing my bit for the team, and propelling us forward to another flag. Because ultimately, to win that, we just need everyone turning up and playing their roles.
100%. And that individual development will extend to a leadership role as well. You are part of the leadership group as well for the upcoming season, which is very exciting. What does that mean to you to be part of the leadership group of the club?
Yeah, it's always super humbling when your teammates vote you in, right? So that we do a player vote. So to have them put my name forward and get enough votes to get in, yeah, I'm really honored by that. And yeah, I suppose I don't take that responsibility lightly, and I'm probably someone who also like thrives under that kind of responsibility, kind of elevates you a bit, knowing that you've got that and people counting on you, in big games, big moments, you can't drop your head. Even if I'm personally not playing well, it probably gives me something to like take me outside to be like, right, but I've got to keep leading here, even if I'm not getting in this game, particularly down there in the forward line. So it's a really great experience. You got Jazz Garner, Ashadell, a bunch of people in there to learn off, and really good experience being in there with them. So, and obviously had Khans, and as I said, they're not going anywhere, so they're probably just more free to help you now. Your Kate Chiller and your Emma Carney are probably freed up a bit to help us on the way. So, I think it'll be really good, and I think it's really selfless of Khans and Shields to have stepped away like they did. Shows the group we have that they trust in what's coming through, and going to let us kind of come through with our fresh perspective and changed it up a bit. So just speaks volumes to what we've built, I think.
Oh, I think the group that we have is phenomenal, and I can't wait to see what we're able to do this season and hopefully just hit new heights. And no doubt there'll be a couple of bumps in the road, kind of every season, like a perfect season was last season. But, as long as the results is the same, I think we'll all be pretty excited by the end there. Our game round one this upcoming weekend, we play Geelong down the highway. Geelong's the only side that were able to come anywhere close to us last season in that draw. How are you feeling about heading back down to Geelong?
Well, I think everyone's super excited. To be honest, I think a lot of people often ask us about, did you circle the game against Brisbane or, and it's like, actually, no, I think everyone really, really circled the Geelong game, whenever that was going to be. We knew we'd play them. Obviously coming off that draw, and we've had some really close games. There was that final where we only won by 2 points, and games have been really tense and really tight against them in the past. So I think everyone's just really excited. Like, you want to play against good teams, playing in a stadium as well. It's going to be a really close, good quality game, and that's why we play footy. So I think it'll be just an awesome way to kick off round one. It'll be really challenging. Geelong looking really strong based off their preseason. So I think the girls, we've had a great preseason too. So, it probably could go either way, but I back our girls in to get the job done. Hopefully we go down there and have a big win. That would be great.
And who's in charge of the road trip playlist?
I don't think we're getting a bus or anything, but I think I am road tripping with Jazz Ferguson. But yeah, I reckon I might say hand the aux cord over. I'm on it.
And one last one for you, Bella, on the topic of music. Have you got a goal song again for this year? We're going different, going the same. What are we looking at?
Yeah, I think a lot of us, I think, are changing it. That's the word on the
Okay.
street. That in the convos I've had, we're all going for a bit of a change up. I'm changing mine to Thunderstruck by
Elite.
ACDC, much to the disappointment of my mother. But I said, well, it's my song. My dad and my brothers are very happy. So no, I think that'll be awesome. I've been watching that Dallas Cowgirl show, and that really sealed the deal for me.
Amazing. So ABBA is long gone. In comes AC/DC. Look, we love it. We love the energy. And I've got no doubt the crowd will get involved with that because the more goal songs we hear, the more goals Bella's kicking. I mean, it's as simple as that. Bella, thank you so much for coming back on the channel. It's always a pleasure having you here, and I have no doubt we will be talking many a time throughout the rest of the season. But good luck for the first hit out against the Cats on the weekend.
No worries. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, Manny.